Let's talk about the ultimate lightweight one-piece LED field repairable fiberscope, as you see here. The controls are located on the side of the scope, which are responsible for the articulation. Power button is located on the reverse side. To turn it on, simply rotate the dial and increase the intensity by rotating it to the plus sign. The lightweight one-piece LED fiberscope is powered by an internal battery in the handle. To access the battery, simply remove the screw at the bottom of the device. Located inside is a 3.7 volt battery, which is supplied with the case. To remove it, simply take it out and insert a new one. Reassemble by reattaching the piece and inserting the screw. To charge the battery, locate the battery charger inside the kit, insert the battery, and plug it into a 110 AC outlet. The unit is charged when the red light turns green. The fiberscope may also be powered by the supplied electrical adapter. To assemble, locate the charging adapter, insert the power strip, and plug into the side port of the fiberscope. You may now plug this into AC power. For vehicle applications, the kit includes an expandable cigarette lighter adapter, which can be used in the same port and plugged in. Also located in the kit is a grounding strap which can be plugged in and clipped to the car's body. On the LED fiberscope itself, when using it, the unit is designed to be held in one hand. Rotating it on the side will allow the tip to articulate in either direction. If you order a four-way articulating fiberscope, the control knobs will look in this fashion, both left and right and up and down. Otherwise, the scope is the same in all respects. When viewing, the eyepiece adapter may be rotated to correct vision clarity.
Using the Ultimate Fiberscope, you should be able to check the whole entire dash. Pulling back some of the trim, you gently put the scope into the dash and start scoping. You can see behind the radio, behind all the AC ducting in here, and eventually you can get back to the firewall to see if there's any cutouts back there. Be able to push around all the wire harnesses. Now that I've scoped the dash behind the radio and up to the firewall, I can actually check the air ducting through the vents. You slide it all the way in, and you can work your way through the ducts here. Now that I've checked the air ducts here, I'm going to check behind the glove box here. You just open it up and get right behind the door here, and you can scope all behind the wire harnesses and the blower motor here for the AC. Check the whole right side of the firewall. Without this fiberscope here, there'd be no way to check all this. Now that I've checked the dash here and the firewall, we're going to go back to the classroom to Agent Kirkpatrick.
Located in the kit is a stay-put shaft to allow you to keep the scope rigid when operating overhead. Locate the Fibrescope, starting from the bigger end. Carefully insert the scope into stay-put shaft. And screw on to the body. This will now allow you to operate the scope in areas over your head. You'll notice the stay-put shaft is shorter than the scope itself. This has been done to allow the articulation of the scope and maneuverability when searching small areas. First, we're going to go ahead and stretch it out.
I'm going to insert the Fibrescope into the stay-put shaft. You can insert it all the way. Thread it into the base of your Fibrescope.
Okay, if you'll notice that there is some remaining distance in between the stay-put shaft and the end of the scope to allow for articulation. And what we're going to do in this particular situation, there is an overhead truck and it's a little hard to reach and it's out of our reach, and we're going to use the stay-put shaft to inspect the top of a transmission. So my partner Ruben is going to go ahead and view the scope, and I'm going to assist with getting it in the area of interest that we want to look at. Okay.
Go a little further up. Further up.
As you can see with the stay-put shaft, we can support the weight of the Fibrescope without it falling over, which makes it easier to be able to view and inspect areas over your head.
The top of the transmission's clear.
So there you have it. This is a way of doing an inspection overhead without having to worry about the scope falling down. Good application. Located in the kit is a metal drill bit. This drill bit is just slightly larger than the Fibrescope to allow the user to drill into wood or metal and pass the Fibrescope through it.
My name is Gus Reese. I'm with the Kingsville Police Department, and today we're going to be inspecting this box. We have reason to believe there's contraband inside, and we're going to be utilizing the one-piece, lightweight LED Ultimate Fibrescope. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drill into this box so we can get the scope in there. And the drill, the bit we're going to be using will be almost the same size as the fiber optic portion of the scope, so we can easily glide it in there. It seems like there's a double wall. Okay, I want to turn the scope on. And look into the eyepiece, glide it in. We have to maneuver a little bit because the hole is going to be offset. And we're inside the compartment, and there is contraband inside. So that's how you would utilize the one-piece, lightweight LED ultimate Fibrescope.
Also included in the kit is a laser tape measure and carry case. To activate the laser tape measure, simply hold down the red power button. Will let you take a measurement from the unit and will give you the corresponding either meters or feet and inches depending on your setting. This may be useful when checking distances of commercial trailers. I'd like to demonstrate that and show you the difference in measurement while using the laser tape measure. Let's go ahead and take it out, power it on. When the unit is on, in the top left-hand corner, it shows you that the instrument is measuring from the back of the unit is where you're going to take your measurement from. So placing the unit on the inside of the door and lining up the laser, we're at 52 feet. On this typical trailer, there is a front wall that is made of plywood, but this is normal. Now let's go to a different trailer. In this application, the trailer has a false compartment in the front wall, but easily way to check this would be, again, to take the unit and line it on the back door and shine the laser at the front of the nose of the trailer. And as you see here, we have a distance of about 51 feet, which means there's a whole foot discrepancy in the front wall. It's an easy way to check and know that you might have a front wall compartment in this type of trailer. Located in the kit is a two-sided expandable articulating mirror. Useful for any inspection. Beginning with the upholstery tool, there is a button located on the side or bottom. The upholstery tool may be inserted into the bottom and adjusted accordingly. This may be useful in inspecting car seats or headrests.
Okay, next what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be checking the interior or the upholstery of the vehicle, the seating area, utilizing our little upholstery tool. You want to take it out, push the button, extend it out, and you want to push around, see if you can feel anything. You can double check it utilizing your tool, push in, kind of work it around, move it around, pull it back out, check the end of it. It is clear, there's no contraband, so this portion of the seat is clear, free of contraband. Okay, we're going to go on and move to the front, inspect the front portion of the seat. You want to press down again. You might want to, using the upholstery tool, it's going to help you because we've been seeing compartments being built into the seats. When you press down, you're not going to feel anything, but using the upholstery tool, once you get it in there, so you push down. If there's a compartment in there, it's going to stop, swirl it around. If you can see if you can feel anything abnormal, if there is a compartment in there, you should be able to puncture right through it. And they've been using fiberglass and like a fiberglass mesh. It'll puncture through it, and when you come back up, you should be able to see if there is a compartment, if there's any type of meshing or fiberglass residual or any type of contraband on there. And in this case, there's not, so this seat is clear.
Also located in the kit are a set of stainless steel probes that may be attached together with included carry case. I will now demonstrate assembly of the long probes. And this application may be useful for probing different clothing bales or hay bales for hidden contraband. The smaller probe in the kit may be inserted to the handle. All of these probes have a hole and notch at the tip that if you do encounter some type of drug contraband, once you pierce it and remove it, some of the residue may be held on the end. Included in the kit is a digital camera that may be used for evidence collection. To power on, simply hit the power button. A display on the back. Located in the kit is a battery charger and USB charging adapter. Located in the kit is a gas tank adapter. Using the gas tank inserter, this will allow the flap inside the neck of the gas tank to remain open while conducting a Fibrescope inspection.
We inserted the gas tank guide. This is for, there's a flap in the gas fill hole that could bind the scope if you don't insert this guide there. So it's very important to use that. We're going to insert the scope in, and not using the eyepiece, we are using a wireless monitor here that records and also takes still pictures. As I'm inserting the fiber optic scope, I could stand off to the side and view the scope from back here. I can also be aware of my surroundings. This is a good safety feature. As I insert the scope in, I'm going to use the sending unit as my guide to the left and to the right. My backup officer can also view what I'm viewing with this monitor with an optional wireless monitor. As I'm feeding the Fibrescope in, my backup officer can also view what's going on. And now we're going to head to the gas tank we have over in the golf cart so we could have a better view of the gas tank. Now I'm inside the gas tank and I'm slowly inspecting the inside of the gas tank. On this gas tank here, majority of the gas tanks, they have the angle going this way. You always want to make sure you get the left side and the right side of the tank, because the crooks know that the video camera goes into the left side and not the right side. So therefore, if you don't inspect the right side of the tank, you could miss the contraband. The way I'm going to check the right side of the tank is I'm going to turn this knob. Turning it down would articulate the point of the scope to the right side. And while you do that, you insert it real slow. On this particular gas tank, the contraband was located on the right side of the gas tank. After locating the contraband, we dropped the gas tank, and we noticed that there was a cutout here, and we busted open this cutout and retrieved the contraband out of the gas tank. As you can see, it came out very easily. Note, with the scope, you could bring it along the top part of the gas tank, and we would have noticed this modification with the scope.
Enclosed is a window wedge, which has a hole located in the tip of it. This may be used in an application for checking car doors and similar items for fiberscope inspection. This will also help and prevent the rubber from collapsing.
Today, I'm going to show you several ways to use the window or upholstery wedge utilizing the lightweight LED ultimate fiberscope. We suspect we have contraband inside the door panel. What we do is we'll wedge the window wedge in there. We turn on the scope. We'll insert the ultimate fiberscope in through the wedge to inspect inside the window, the door panel. This door panel is clear. If you check one door panel, you must check all of them, utilizing the window wedge and the ultimate scope. Okay, another way that we utilize this wedge is check the roof on top of the vehicles. Okay, by prying this rubber seal here, we'll stick the wedge through the upholstery. The reason we use this is so this upholstery won't crush the scope if it comes up, if you use it by itself without the wedge. So now we insert the scope inside the wedge. We're checking for contraband. Now when I pull out the scope, I know it's not gonna get caught on anything because of the wedge. Using this equipment here, you can clear that area within seconds. Through past experience, we've known that smugglers like to use this back part of the vehicles to smuggle contraband. Sometimes, they don't even have to remove the seats to get underneath and stick it into this part of the vehicle using the carpet itself that's in the back. We can use this wedge to insert it here and scope behind that carpet area without removing seats or anything. And using the lightweight LED ultimate fiberscope, we can insert the scope into the wedge and clear the back wall. This back wall is clear. No contraband in there. And that is another way using the wedge and the ultimate fiberscope.
Located in the kit also is a I-cup adapter that may be retrofitted onto the fiberscope. This will allow you to view the fiberscope in extreme bright conditions and provide eye relief. Also included is a 14-piece multi-toolkit. Also included in the kit is an accessory bag with drawstrings. This is a radiation detector and carry case. To activate the device, simply hold down the power button. It will flash green every 6 seconds, indicating operation. This unit is rechargeable with supplied USB adapter. And wall charger.
The unit provides two modes of operation. A silent mode for covert operation, which will turn on the vibrator if there is an alarm condition, and an audible mode which will produce a click with each count it detects and sound the alarm in the event of a high radiation level. It should be carried in the holster with the detector cell, covered with metal mesh, facing upward for the best detection capabilities. Remove the unit from the holster and press the power button until the LED turns yellow, indicating that the command was received. The unit is now in silent mode of operation. The main LED will flash every 6 seconds, indicating that it is operating in the silent mode and that the battery is okay. If the LED blinks yellow, the battery needs recharging. If a radioactive source is detected, then the LED at the far end of the unit will flash, indicating a silent alarm, and cycle the vibrator every 6 seconds to get attention. To turn on the alarm, press the mode button, notice the symbol, and hold it until the main LED turns yellow, indicating that the command was received. The main LED will now flash red, indicating that the audible mode and the battery are okay. To reset after an alarm, press the mode button and hold it until the main LED turns yellow, indicating that the command was received. It is now in the silent mode again. In all modes, the earphone will sound a click with each count. To turn off the unit, press and hold the power button until the main LED flashes yellow, indicating that the command was received. If the unit fails to work for any reason, first charge it until the LED turns green instead of red. Then, using a paperclip, press the recessed reset button here.
Next is a headlamp that can be used while conducting nighttime inspections and powered by 3 AAA batteries. Included in the kit is an accessory box which contains the wire kit, DVD, and required tools. Located in the kit is an instruction DVD and associated user manuals for the digital camera, radiation detector, and laser tape measure. Now I'm going to go ahead and take all of this equipment and place it into the rugged case. Now we'll put the drill bit in the box. I've set the calibration block into the case. I go ahead and put the exposed contraband detector. The Fibrescope and stay put shaft. We will carefully insert it into the case. The video camera, mirror, gas tank insertion tube, a window wedge, radiation detector, laser tape measure, toolkit, accessory bag, and probes. The charging adapters and cables, accessory box, and instruction manuals and DVD. This concludes the basic CEK kit. Now I'd like to talk about the enhanced kit and its features, beginning with the Tiger Eye wireless video monitor. This monitor may be used with any of the Fibrescopes, beginning with the Tiger Eye and some of its features. To power on the Tiger Eye, a rotating switch is located at the base of the handle. A power switch is located on the top of the viewfinder. Okay, we're going to be doing an inspection of a diesel tank and utilizing the Tiger Eye and wireless video monitor. We're going to go ahead and prepare this for an inspection of the tank. We've already pre-assembled it and we're ready to go. I'm going to insert it into the diesel tank. And Gus, you let me know what we got.
We've got the diesel inside, we can see. Okay, now I'm going to go on and hit the record button so we can start recording whatever we see inside the gas tank. See the bottom of the tank.
It appears that the tank is clear.
Yeah, the tank appears to be clear. You can see almost all the way towards the front end of the nose.
Now that we've done the inspection of this diesel tank and not found anything inside of it, I'm going to go ahead and remove the scope. And it'd be a good idea to remove the excess diesel fuel by grabbing a clean soft rag and just wiping the scope. To clean the end of the Fibrescope, occasionally take a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol and clean the end. If we had in fact found something inside of the tank, we can utilize the wireless recorder and enclosed scan disc for evidence collection to be recalled at a later time.
Okay, now we're going to utilize the one-piece lightweight LED ultimate Fibrescope with the Tiger Eye attachment. We got everything turned on. What we're going to be inspecting the pumpkin area of this tractor trailer and the rear axle. To access the pumpkin or the rear differential of the rear axle, just remove the nut that goes here. You can use a wrench, crescent wrench, whatever you have. Remove it, and then insert the fiber optic scope in like so. And once you're inside, you hit your record button so you can record on what you're seeing inside, so that way if you suspect there's a compartment in here, you can go ahead and capture what's in there as evidence. And as you can see by the illustration on the LED monitor, is that there's no gears in here, and it's been hollowed out, so this compartment is empty right now. So this is just another way of utilizing the one-piece lightweight LED ultimate Fibrescope along with your Tiger Eye attachment.
Located in the front of the Tiger Eye is a protective lens cover that may be removed. And when you're ready to assemble it onto a scope, there is a quick release located on the front. Now assembly is complete. And you may attach your light source and begin inspection. The Tiger Eye is capable of a wireless feature that allows you to separate the monitor away from the camera for a distance of about 30 feet. It is magnetic on the back, which will allow you to attach it to different applications for viewing. Located on the side is a DC adapter port And included with the kit is a charger that allows you to charge the internal battery. Located on the side of that is a scan disk card, which is supplied with the kit and is inserted into the port. A USB port is provided and a video out to allow you to extract the video images or pictures you take onto the monitor. To turn off the monitor, simply hold down the power button at the top of the screen. Located in the kit is a rigid 2mm bore scope with a supplied 90-degree right angle. This may be removed by simply unscrewing it, and will give you a straight inspection. A focusing ring is located at the end of the eyepiece and may be adjusted as needed.
Now we're going to go talk about the 2mm rigid bore scope. This piece of equipment comes with an outer applicator that has a 90-degree right angle on top. You can just unscrew it, and it has a different bore scope underneath it that it can use just as a regular bore scope. As you can see, I have the 90-degree on here. So I can go inside the dash right here and look right around the corner up to this side of the dash. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the bore scope off, the 90-degree off, so I can use it to check the other side of the dash, looking straight through.
Next is the quick shufty inspection scope. It is maneuverable, bendable. It may be adjusted at any angle, and is also supplied with a right angle lens. It also contains a focusing ring at the end that may be adjusted. To attach the light source, simply click it on. To begin inspection.
Now we're going to go ahead and use the quick shufty. And what you can do is you have this light source right here, and you put it on here, you twist it, you push it on there. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to search the inside of this door right here through this little hole right here. And you can manually manipulate the fiber optic scope by bending it. And using this light that's on the end of here, we can see inside the door. And a nice thing about this scope right here is it comes with a right angle that you can take this off right here, and it just screws on there. And with a 90-degree angle on there, so you don't have to manipulate the fiber optic scope so in such a hard angle.
Next is the Kingsville Tire Inspection Scope. This scope is 1.9 millimeters in diameter and is used to inspect the inside of a tire. To assemble the Kingsville Tire Scope, you may remove the Schrader valve of the suspect tire using the Schrader valve remover tool provided into the kit and attach the air sealing device onto the scope and then onto the valve stem. By tightening the inside set screw, minimizes the air loss and provides inspection of the tire without letting the air out. The light source is attached to the side, and now you're ready to complete a tire inspection. Okay, here we have a tire. We'd like to show you how to use a Kingsville's Fibrescope and inspect the inside of the tire. We're going to begin with assembling the scope. So you'll again place the light source onto the scope, and if you prefer to tighten it down, the tighten screw is on the side. Next, we're going to take the tire sealer and a Schrader valve remover and insert it into the tire and remove the Schrader valve. Now, once you will experience air coming out of the tire, you will quickly mount the tire sealer onto the tire and hold your finger over the air hole. This will reduce the amount of air that is coming out of the tire. Once the Fibrescope is inserted into the tire, you'll carefully feed it in, and a tighten knob over here will allow you to reduce the amount of air escaping from the tire. Once you're done, you will carefully remove the scope, as it is delicate. An important note that certain vehicle manufacturers have a tire pressure monitor. This can be circumvented. However, just keep in mind that it may have difficulty inserting it initially. Once you insert the Fibrescope, you should see approximately 1/2 inch to 4 inches. And as you have inserted the scope all the way in, you should be able to see the entire diameter of the tire. So once you begin to remove the scope, you will carefully remove it from the tire. You will remove the tire sealer, again without allowing too much air to escape from the tire. You will reinsert the Schrader valve, and taking the tool, you will tighten it.
My name is Jason McGee, and I work for the Kingsville Specialized Crime and Narcotics Task Force. Today I'm going to show you the #1 function of the Kingsville scope, which is going to be inspecting an 18-wheeler tire while it's still on the vehicle. First of all, if you cannot reach the valve stem, you can loosen it and actually move the valve stem to a good place where you can put the Kingsville scope into it. In certain situations, you may have to remove the valve stem cap to clear the rim. How you do that is you're going to have to loosen the valve stem. Now I'm going to remove the valve stem using the valve stem remover. I put this on the Schrader valve. Now don't be alarmed, because it's going to get really loud whenever you remove the Schrader valve. I'm holding my thumb on top of the valve stem till I can put the tire sealer on it. Whenever you put the tire sealer on there, go ahead and put your thumb over the hole. Now I'm going to get the Kingsville scope and inspect it. As you slowly put the Kingsville scope in there, you can go ahead and tighten the tire sealer so you can reduce the air coming out of the tire. Now I'm going to inspect the tire. Right now I'm on the tire. You can see inside the tire around the rim. Well, I'm satisfied that checked the whole entire tire. I'm going to slowly remove the Kingsville scope. I'm fixing to take off the collar and put the Schrader valve back in. Now I'm going to put the valve stem back where it was. Now that I've inspected this tire, there's still plenty enough air in it to safely drive it. And that's the Kingsville scope in the #1 application.
Today I'm going to show you this air breather right here. Instead of having to take off all the bolts and everything, sometimes some of these air breathers have a whole bunch of nuts that secure it, or they may have a bolt underneath where you can't get in. So with the Kingsville scope, now you can bypass all that and save some time just by turning your Kingsville scope on, insert it into the air breather, and now you have access into the air breather utilizing the Kingsville scope, and now you just cleared inside, detecting if there's any contraband inside the air breather or not. And there you have it, another unique application utilizing the Kingsville scope on an air breather. Another application for the Kingsville scope is this radiator here. We had noticed that there was some tampering with the screws on the radiator. The radiator is larger than what it should be on a Chevy product. So by utilizing the Kingsville scope, all you do is, first you want to make things easier for yourself and safer. Once you already notice that there's tamperment to the radiator, remove the shroud, turn your Kingsville scope on. What you do is start inspecting the radiator from the top and start working your way towards the bottom. Because normally on the radiators, what they'll do is they'll put the compartment on the bottom. Start working your way towards the bottom. Everything still looks good. And right here, you'll start to see where the fins have been cut, and you can no longer see fins towards the bottom. Okay, now you can see the compartment is on the bottom. And there you have it, another application utilizing the Kingsville scope.
I'm going to show you another application utilized with the Kingsville scope. First, you turn it on, and what we've seen in the past with some Ford vehicles is they modify the computer system and cut up a void in the back leading to the firewall. With the Kingsville scope, you can insert through the side, look through the Kingsville scope, and check, see if there has been any modifications to the firewall. This one looks good. This is another application, the Kingsville scope.
Located in the enhanced kit is a 600 lumen flashlight that has an adapter head that works with all of the scopes. It may be removed, and the supplied light head may be inserted as an extra flashlight ready for operation. This concludes the enhanced CEK kit. Now let's show you how to put it away in the case. Beginning with the Tiger Eye wireless video monitor. The Quick Shufty. Rigid bore scope. Associated charging cables. The light hand head, 600 lumen flashlight, the Kingsville tire inspection scope, box, the instruction DVD and user manual. Now we're ready to close the case. This completes the enhanced kit. Let's go out and do some inspections. Okay, now that you know how to use the CEK kit, let's go out and show you how this works.